welcome back to Inked Agenda. This is Jerica. I'm here with a special video today. I've done my first ever ink swap with a pen friend that's not my sister. So I'm going to be swatching out the samples that this friend sent. I'm not sure if she wanted me to share her username or not, so I'll just keep that private for now. But first I want to share the little special extra goodies she sent along with it, which was super sweet and thoughtful, I thought. She sent me this little card with some washi samples on it, and this super cute giant paper clip with a little bow, and then a couple of little wax seals. One's got this cool pattern, this other one has a heart, so I thought that was just super cute and thoughtful. I'm going to be doing my swatches today on my Tomoe River paper notebook. It's got 52 GSM Tomoe River paper. I will be using my Speedball B0 nib, which I still don't have a lot of practice with, but I'm trying. And then to write the ink names, I'll be using my glass dip pen. This is from Amazon. So it looked like most of these inks were going to be browns or shades of brown, and there's one that's not. So I'm going to start with that one first, because this is the ink that originally kind of encouraged us to do the swap. I had a Robert Oster and Coffee Monsters Co. ink that she wanted to try, and she had one that I wanted to try. So the first sample that I'm going to swatch out is Robert Oster and Coffee Monsters Co. Day to Night. And she filled these super full, so I'm excited. It was so kind and so generous of her. All right, Speedball nib, cooperate with me today, please. Oh, that's lovely. So Day to Night is looking like this purpley burgundy color. It's flowing really nicely off of my Speedball B0 nib. That is gorgeous. That's going to be a perfect fall ink. I love that one. So that is Robert Oster and the Coffee Monsters Co. Day to Night. I may need to do my other swatches a little bit smaller. I think I got carried away with myself. But that is so lovely. It's such a pretty shade of like wine red. It's really pretty burgundy. I can see some purple shading coming through as it dries. I'm really excited to see how it dries down in the writing. The next sample she sent me was Esterbrook and the Coffee Monsters Co. Forgotten Iced Coffee. I've seen swatches of this one online, and they've all looked so very interesting. I'm really excited to give it a try. Every time I've watched someone swatch this one, it's looked totally different. So I'm excited to see in person what it'll look like for me. I've been looking for more interesting neutral shades lately. So I'm really excited that she sent me a lot of these more brownish shades. Okay, so as I lay it down, it's going down kind of this greenish, like this really murky gray green. It's really interesting though. And it's drying down a totally different shade. You can almost see a little bit of pink shading coming through right here at the edge. So that one is Esterbrook and the Coffee Monsters Co. Forgotten Iced Coffee. That one is drying down so interesting. I'm excited to see it fully dry. This next ink is Noodler's Ink Walnut. I don't have any Noodler's inks. I swatched a sample one time back at the very beginning of my fountain pen journey, but I swatched it on the wrong paper. It took forever to dry. I threw the sample away because I hated it so much. But I'm willing to give it another try. Yep, I'm definitely going to have to make these swatches a little bit smaller. Oh, wow. It's this really deep, rich brown. I think I might have gotten some hand oils on the page where it's separating out. Oh, I like that a lot. And it's flowing really well off of this speedball nib. Like I'm getting very little resistance, so I feel like it's going to be a pretty wet ink. Just going to make some little dots. So that is Noodler's Walnut. I've really been into brown inks lately. My sister got me a bottle of Robert Oster and the Coffee Monsters Co. Coffee Monster, and it ignited a love for brown that I did not know existed. So I've been on the hunt for some really good brown inks lately. Let's scoot my notebook up a little bit before I get to my last two. Let's see. Let's do this one. This one is Land of Shangri-La from Ferris Wheel Press. And it's got some shimmer, so I'm going to agitate it before I swatch it. This might get a little messy, but that's okay. Ooh. I think I got a little too much on my nib there. But it'll be alright. This almost looks green as I'm laying it down. That's interesting. So it looks like this kind of deep forest green when I've laid it down, but you can see over here in the areas where it's starting to dry, like a light brown shade coming through. That's interesting. I've been really into kind of unconventional colors lately. I want interesting inks, and that one is interesting. And then the last sample that she sent me is Browned and Buttered by Ferris Wheel Press, and I'm super excited for this one because I've been wanting to try it. It's been sitting in my wish list for a while. This one's also a shimmer, so I'm going to do some agitating before I swatch it out. Whoops. I just realized I forgot to write down the name of the previous one, so I'll have to write that down in a minute also. Ooh. That's pretty. It's reminding me a little bit of another Ferris Wheel Press ink that I own, Russet Typecase. It's making me think of Russet Typecase, but with shimmer. And I really like Russet Typecase. It's one of my favorites to use in my honeycomb esty. Okay, so that one is Ferris wheel press, browned and buttered. And I'm going to go write the name of Land of Shangri-La. Okay. Hope I don't smear what's below it. Oh, wow. That Land of Shangri-La kind of looks black when you're laying it down in the writing. Alright, so I'm going to pause and I'm going to let these dry for a little while. And once they're good and dry, I'll bring you back for a closer look at these beautiful, beautiful inks. Alright guys, I'm back. Most of my swatches are dry, so I'm going to zoom you in a little closer so that you can see all of those beautiful ink properties. I'm going to bring this one a little closer to camera. So this one is Robert Oster and the Coffee Monsters Co. Day to Night. Here's what it looks like in the writing sample. I don't know why, but my camera's not really picking up how much more vibrant it is in person. And then here's the swatch. This one is gorgeous. It's this kind of purpley wine burgundy color, and you can see it's got some darker haloing going on. I will probably put this in a pen next month. It is beautiful. And then we have Esterbrook and the Coffee Monsters Co. Forgotten Iced Coffee. On my phone's camera, it's not looking as kind of tan in writing as it does in person. It's almost reminding me of Ferris wheel press Oyster Hour. It's kind of that same tone. And here's the larger swatch. So we've got these really light colors here, this tan, but almost with like a pinkish tint, and then you've got this darker haloing right around here where it's pooled. That's just a really interesting ink. I like it. And then we have the Noodler's Walnut. It's a really, really dark brown. It almost looks black, but when you're close enough to it, you could tell that it's not black, that it's actually brown. I think maybe in a fine nib, you would really be able to tell it was brown. And there's that larger swatch. You've got some lighter tones, a little bit of a yellow undertone there, and these darker areas where it's this nice deep brown. It's gorgeous. And then there's Ferris wheel press Land of Shangri-La. This one is also so dark that it almost looks black, but when you get into that larger swatch, you can see those varying shades. You've got this lighter brown and a darker brown. I don't know if it's picking up on camera very well, but there's a bit of a sheen with it as well, and this really pretty silver shimmer. So this would be a good shade if you're looking for something fun in a professional setting, because it's this professional color, but it's got such pretty such pretty silver shimmer in it. And then finally, Ferris wheel press browned and buttered. So there it is in writing. So you can see the shimmer a little bit. And there's the larger swatch. So the base color is this kind of russet orange. And you've got some decent shading here in the areas that you've got pooling. And then you've got this golden warm shimmer. That is super pretty. That's probably going to go in my honeycomb Esty pretty soon. Alright, so there are the 5 ink samples from my ink swap with a new pen friend from Instagram. Since I didn't ask permission beforehand, I'm not going to shout her out, but I'm so delighted with what she sent me. These are right up my alley. Fun neutrals, a vibrant shimmery orange, and this one, Day to Night, is my absolute favorite. That is going to be so, so pretty in a pen. Alright guys, thanks for coming along with me for my first ink swap with a pen friend. I'm glad you dropped by. In the comments below, tell me which ink I swatched today is your favorite and what you think I should ink up next. Until next time, bye!